In the winter of 2022, after a few years off, I'd 8M. 26 at the time re-entered the dating scene, trying dating apps and socializing more. After a painful ghosting experience in February 2023, I felt discouraged. Then I met Sarah. I received a rose on Hinge from Sarah, who chose a spontaneous trip to Paris as our first date option, which I had listed humorously. Our conversation flowed naturally. I had a background in music. She was a published author and poet. We both were stuck in unfulfilling jobs and seeking our peace. Sarah had been through significant physical and emotional abuse in past relationships, and I had experienced emotional abuse too. Despite a 6-year age difference and different life stages, she had a 10-year-old son, and I was moving into my first apartment since school. We felt connected. We met for sushi, and she was very open about her past abusive relationships. I shared my struggles with school and depression. We bonded over our mutual experiences with mental illness and brokenness. After lunch, we visited a used bookstore and exchanged books to remember the date. Over the next few weeks, Sarah and I spent a lot of time together, and things felt promising. However, when her son was away, she became distant. Eventually, she told me she couldn't see me as more than a friend, which confused me as everything seemed to be going well. I offered my support and left it at that. The next few weeks were tough. I checked in on her, but her responses were short. Visiting my old conservatory brought back memories of Sarah, and I sent her a voice message sharing my thoughts. She kept it but didn't reply. Life went on, and I moved on. Surprisingly, Sarah reached out after a few months. She explained her depression and apologized for the sudden end. Our conversation rekindled our connection, and we decided to give it another shot. The following days were filled with affection and plans for the future. We spent time together, and I met her son. Everything seemed perfect. However, Sarah had moments of depression and doubt, often crying about being a good mom or hurting me before. I comforted her, but it left me worried. Despite the ups and downs, we continued building memories. Then, one Sunday, we found her beloved cat dead. This traumatic event seemed to change everything. Sarah became distant again, and eventually, she broke up with me, saying she had doubts about our chemistry. 2 weeks later, I saw Sarah's Instagram post with another man. I was devastated but decided to move on. Over a year has passed, and I'm seeing someone new. However, part of me still wants closure from Sarah. If I ever reach out and get that closure, I will post an update.